Hey, you guys, I have a story time for you because I woke up this morning with like a heaviness and a passion, for lack of better word, for what I was feeling and for what I had experienced. And so I have to share it. Also, I mentioned I'm doing a heavy metal detox. And so this is from a lymphatic drainage massage. I also have like bruises here and here. Like it's an intense, like pushing out. Like a form of deep tissue massage or whatever. So don't mind that. So I've got to share with you a story. This happened recently where God had instructed me to go do something that I didn't really want to do. And I had put it off until I could put it off no more. For a couple of reasons. One, I didn't want to go where he was telling me to go because I didn't like it. I don't like that place. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I am particular about where I go. I'm sensitive to, I'm just sensitive to things in the spirit, which is exactly why he was sending me there, of course. So here I am minding my business on a Sunday, on a Sabbath day, and I'm kind of like, he's nudging me to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to get out. I need to do something. I need to do something productive. I'm going to go. I've been meaning to go to the bank, to the ATM. I'm going to go do that. And then I may go do that thing that he told me to do, right? But I'm kind of like, in my mind, like, yeah, I'm not going to go do that. Well, I get to the ATM, I'm done with the thing that I needed to do, and then I'm like, I'll just go get my nails done because they're super overgrown and they're too long and they're starting to bother me. I'll go do that. That's productive. Okay. So I get to the nail salon and it's 5:00 and I don't even know what time they close on a Sunday. Apparently they close earlier. So I get off and I try to get in, and the guy is so sweet and he's like, hey, we're actually closed. Let me see if someone wants to help you. No, ma'am, sorry, we're closed. I'm like, okay, no problem. I will make an appointment. I'll come back tomorrow. Well, I hear you, God. You want me to go do that thing that I'm avoiding, that I've been avoiding. All right. I head over in the direction of this jewelry store. You would think I'd be excited. I get to go buy jewelry. Well, I'm not excited. I wasn't excited because of where the jewelry store that he wanted me to go to is located. It's nestled inside, it's like inside of a mall type of thing. And there are all of these other like vendors and shops around it. And they're all predominantly Hispanic shops. So I get there. 15 minutes later, I park my car. I get VIP parking despite the place being absolutely jam-packed. Of course, he finds me a parking spot in the front where I have no excuse. So I get out and I've got my mace with me on my keys. And immediately there's all of these food vendors and tons of lines for the food because it's all like traditional, yummy, like Mexican food. And I go inside and I have not been here in years. The last time that I was at this place was years ago with my husband and my daughter, and I didn't like it then. And I thought, okay, well, this was an experience. I won't be back. Thanks. We went there to go buy like food or something silly. And I hadn't been there in years. So I didn't know what I was walking into. Well, I'm looking for a jewelry store. And I know what he wants me to get. And I'm also very particular. And so I'm thinking, All right, well, I hope I find what I'm looking for. I hope I like it so I can get this done. Well, I'm looking for a pendant, and I want a cross, right? Well, of all the jewelry stores that I went to, there was a huge array of like ornate Virgin Mary pendants, ornate St. Jude pendants, but hardly, if any, hardly like one or two Jesus pieces. And what that tells me is that there's just not a demand. Why would they stock something that doesn't sell? There's just not a demand. And that's what I said, no, I want a cross, and I want it to be like minimalist, and I couldn't find anything. So I went to several different places, and I'm like, okay. At this point, it dawned on me, because the moment I went in, this is what I saw. I saw Virgin Mary, everything, paraphernalia, shirts, statues, jewelry, all the things, candles, all the things, anything that you could think of was probably there. St. Jude, all over the place. Even like this, and if this isn't a red flag, I don't know what is. Even like this, they call it, and I only know this because like I've been to a grocery store. Like this is just how like common this stuff is. Like a Santa Muerte, it's like this skeleton thing. And I'm like, all right, that's a red flag. Like I see why you brought me here, Lord. So I find the thing that I'm there to get. And I'm at that point, I can just feel the energy. I see the point of him wanting me to come to this place. And the purpose is that the heaviness and the darkness and the idolatry that is so normal and so ingrained in the culture. I mean, it's so ingrained, it's so far gone that the people don't even know that they're oppressed. They can't feel what a true believer of like Jesus, who's had an encounter with Jesus, who knows that like Jesus is the truth, and the only way to get to the Father is through the Son, right? Through Jesus. And they don't know. They don't know. They're so oppressed. They have no idea. And maybe why would they if it's working for them? They're doing business. They're selling a profit. They're making money. They're eating good food. They're there with their families. As far as they're concerned, there's no problem. This is normal. And all right, I'm like, all right, Jesus, I don't know exactly what you want me to do with this, but like I get it. I see what you're telling me. It's have compassion, because they don't know. They don't know, and they have not had an encounter. They don't know any better. So I'm like, all right, at this point, I'm like, okay, thanks. I've had enough. I understand the assignment. I understood the assignment. I'm ready to go now. I'm trying to find myself out of this shopping center thing. And I'm kind of like, I can't find it. I can't find my way out. There are all these doors leading to outside, but it's like a big square. And I just couldn't find my way out. And then I'm led to like this. It's kind of like a maze is how I could describe it. And I come to a dead end. And what's at the dead end? Of course, it's a tarot card reader shop. And there's someone in there. And I could just feel like I'm like, okay, gotta turn around, gotta go. Like, I couldn't even like be there. Like, I needed to turn around and leave. I was to the point where I was like running out of this place. And I made it to my car, and I'm like, God, just give me revelation. Give me revelation. Like, what do you want me to do with this information? And it's clear to me that we need to keep shining light on this stuff, because there are people who really truly don't know. Like, can you believe in this day and age with all of the internet and all of, like, I know, like, there's just so many people who are not saved. So many people who don't even know that what they're doing is not right in God's eyes, and that there's something better out there for them, and they just don't even know it. And so as Christians, like as a believer, you and I are called to shed light on the darkness, right? To maybe have difficult conversations, to shine our light, to spread the gospel, to make, what did he say? He'll make us fishers of men. Like, that's what we're called to do. And unfortunately, sometimes that means that you're going to have to feel the contrast of what you know to be the truth, which is Jesus Christ, and like to have compassion on those who are not quite there yet, but live your life on purpose to bring more people to Jesus, because sometimes they just don't even know. Like, they're lost. Like, they don't know that there's something else out there, that there's freedom. They don't even know they're oppressed. That's what's so crazy. So do with that information what you will. I just felt like I needed to share it. Love you. Bye.